Good morning, it's day 5. Yesterday, left the hut. It was relatively clear weather for the first hour. I saw still not sure if it's a wallaby or a kangaroo. It was a small kangaroo, I think. The temperament was different from the wallabies I saw. The trail was a mixture of single track and fire roads, pretty even mix of it. But yeah, really nice. Not as many wildflowers. There were a couple of sections where there were heaps. So I had the first hour was no rain, and then it rained for probably 3 hours, and then it eased off. Got to the hut, met 2 lovely day walkers, and continued on up to the rocky heights of the mount. I keep forgetting the name. And oh, it's gorgeous. Spent heaps of time up on the top. Big rock slabs, and the views were just amazing. Down off that, met a couple more day hikers coming down, and then up Mount Vincent. About 100 vertical metre, but it did zigzag up, so it wasn't too bad. And then steep drop down off that, more views, and then mainly on the flats, making my way, passing the 100-kilometre mark, and then to the hut. So I took it easy. I was taking lots of breaks, breaks as in photographing things and just stopping, taking in the views. Got to the hut, there was one girl there already, so we chatted away most of the night. Body was good yesterday, twinged a bit, everything taking its turn, but nothing major, just tight calves are the main one. And then I think 6:30, 6:45, Jack and Jackson arrived. Unfortunately, one of them hurt their knee, so they were pretty slow going down the hill. But yeah, it was a fun night. We played cards, played blackjack using chocolate-covered licorice bullets for currency. It was fun. So actually a reasonable bedtime of 9:30. Today, about 30 k's. Up Mount Cook, and once we're down then it's pretty flat the rest of the day. And it's not sure what it's going to be. It looked like it was blue sky, but I'm now seeing mist, so not sure whether we'll get a view from the top. Hopefully we will. This is a popular walk going up Mount Cook, so I'm expecting the track will be decent. There's actually 2 shelters. The one we stayed at, and then there's another one specifically for groups. Beautiful morning. I love the mist in the trees like this. It's so atmospheric. It's actually not cold. It's the warmest it's been of all the mornings so far. But it's beautiful walking in terrain like this. And in the side of the road is just full of these plants. With these flowers. Just the whole, as far as I can see, is these plants. Alright. May not be raining, but I'm getting wet from this vegetation. The sun's trying to break through. Neat big boulders. That's the highest point on the trail, Mount Cook Australia style. So that's a cairn on the underwhelming Mount Cook, but it was only 200 vertical metres from the campsite. And that rock looks like a face, eyes and the nose. No view, basically because it's vegetation, but also because of the mist. That's alright. And I'm here with Roger. This is the trail. Amazing looking at this rock and what's happened sort of as it's bent over. Quite neat up on the tops. So the track's just been following the slab of rock. Mist is starting to clear. Another valley over there full of mist. It's quite neat going through these massive boulders. Big string of these. This is the trail going down the rock path. Bit of guesswork to figure out where to go, but managed to figure out my way. And continuing down, and then you can see the track down there. And it's stopped raining. I think it's going to be showers most of the day. You can see it's raining over there at the moment. Raincoat on, raincoat off. Right, back up here. I went down there, not quite to the dirt. There was a junction which looked really weird. Couldn't tell which direction, so I checked my location and I was way off the track. So to come back up here, and I think the track goes down there somewhere. Alright, so it's actually quite obvious when you're looking, because I got a Bibbulmun marker on it. Trouble was, I was watching Roger, who was down there, so Roger's gone that way. I'm not sure when he'll figure it out. Hopefully he'll be able to cut back onto the track. But for now, I'm back on the official track. I've been very cautious coming down there. Where it's the black colour is really slippery, but the other colours is fine. But I was still taking it easy. Right, continuing down. Starting to drop down into the forest and away from the rocky areas now. Leaving the lovely single track and up a road with power poles. Leaving the power poles, but still staying on another road. I think we're on roads for a bit of today, and it's going to be pretty flat from here on in. Still walking on the road, but at least it's pretty. All the trees either side are quite nice to look at. And road walking, just drifting off, daydreaming. The rain, it's coming and going, but fairly light showers, so I've given up. I was too hot. Took off my rain jacket, my rain skirt, and I just get wet because the showers are so short and then I dry off pretty quick after. Oh, this is exciting. We transitioned from one road to another road. And here's the new road. These brown pebbles are the bauxite that they do the mining for, that turns into aluminium. Still walking on the same road. Little bit of flowers here, which is new. There hasn't been many flowers. It's rain stops, so I'm just putting my umbrella up each time it rains. I'm not going to bother with raincoat anymore. It's not cold, and in fact there's blue sky opening up ahead, so I'm probably about 2k from the shelter now. We're actually on single track now. I didn't even notice leaving the vehicle track, or it could just be that the vegetation is closed in on the vehicle track. This is nearing shelter, same setup as everyone else. Roger was there, so we had lunch together and about to take off. This one has the luxury of chairs. So many birds in this valley. There's a little stream just down the bottom there and lots of birds. And off the single track onto roads. Trees are really interesting. I think in here is the she oak, the jara and the wandoo. I think those are the ones that are here. The white ones are pretty cool. It was short, back into single track. These are new. We've been going up a gentle hill. Now we're up out of the floodplains. The vegetation's a lot more sparse. Onto a proper road now. That was about 1 kilometre on the road, but back into single track. This is really good single track today. Geez, those kangaroos were quick. There were 3 of them. They were off. Look at them all on the branch. That's so cool. It's interesting they're on the ground a lot. There's heaps of them on the ground. There's a massive tree full of them. That was so neat seeing those. The black cockatoo, I can't remember what type they are. But yeah, I was really interested. It's a huge flock and they were on the ground quite a lot. And they let me get reasonably close. It was probably 5 metres before they flew away. That was neat. That's the first decent sized mound. I'm assuming termite because it looks different from the ants' nests. Serpentine River. And this is spring. Oh, there's a little bit of water. Looks pretty static, not flowing. Definitely dry. That was where the river was. It's quite damp up here as well. And this looks sort of swampy. It must be the floodplains when it's really wet. Okay. I finally met a northbounder. The other ones I've seen haven't wanted to stop and talk, but he was really friendly. So Jerome, he's on, I think he's day 43 40 something, and he's absolutely loved it, which is cool. So yeah, he's not far off finishing now, which is good. Something that has surprised me is that no one is picking that I'm a Kiwi from my accent. Everyone's asking if I'm from Perth, and my hat has a Kiwi on it. It's yeah, it's interesting. Obviously I have a very mild New Zealand accent. I knew it's softened having been overseas for a while, so I'll have to try and slip in some words like the number 6 or fish and chips, and then they'll be able to spot the Kiwi accent. I just saw it is green. I'm not sure what it is, but it's green like budgie green. It does look like a budgie. It's a bit hard to get the full colours. And pink ones. A single track has slowly grown into a vehicle track, but that was the longest stretch of single track since I started the trail in Kalamunda. It was beautiful, really enjoyed it. From here, I think I'm probably 3.5k from the shelter. Starting to feel pretty tired today. I can feel my feet. Calves are still tight. Not during the day, they haven't been as bad, but they've tightened up now. So yeah, just gonna plod the rest of the way and get to the shelter, have something to eat. Oh, 1.5k to go. I'm struggling. Stopping and having a few rest breaks. So saw this new flower. Look at that. Interesting looking flower. I'm assuming it's these trees are dropping these. Woohoo! The shelter is in sight. I am really down to a slow plod. The reason I'm so tired is I didn't have enough to eat. So as soon as I get to the shelter, I'm going to have my dinner now, and then I'll have snacks later. It's amazing not eating enough snacks during the day. Makes a big difference to energy levels. So there's the shelter right down there. We're all sitting down finishing off our dinner when this lady appears down the track, and it's Catherine, Roger's wife. She decided to surprise him for Father's Day, and she bought us all cheese, crackers, wine and apples, which is much appreciated. So we've just done a Macca's run, 1.5 k down to the road. Thank you, Jackson and his sister. What's your sister's name? Savannah. And
Keely as well.
And Keely. And so look at this, we've got, and this is mine, this is my 4 cheeseburgers for tomorrow, and my Big Mac and chips for now. And there was even Cokes as well.
And cold drinks.